And back I am. So I'm going to go in here because in here is Josephine.
The Inquisition cannot remain, Ambassador. If you can't prove it...
I don't know why our legions always have masks on, by the way. It's like they're always throwing a masquerade ball.
The faithful flock here each day. But allow me to introduce you to the brave soul who risked his life to slow the magic of the breach. Sir Trevelyan, may I present the Marquis d'Aurelion, one of Divine Justinia's greatest supporters.
And the rightful owner of Haven. House d'Aurelion lent Justinia these lands for pilgrimage. This Inquisition is not a beneficiary of this arrangement.
This is the first I've heard of Haven having an owner outside the Chantry.
My wife, Lady Machin of Denerim, has claimed to Haven by ancient treaty with the monarchs of Ferelden. We were honored.
And he's got a mask with a mustache.
Justinia.
And eye black.
She was.
Fucking Orlesian.
Free merit. I will not let an upstart order remain on her holy grounds.
People have been injured. You can't just turn them out onto the snow.
And who benefits if they stay?
Divine Justinia, Marquis. The Inquisition, not the Chantry, is sheltering the pilgrims who mourn her.
Why is the Chantry ignoring the faithful?
Because it remains in shock. We face a dark time, Your Grace. Divine Justinia would not want her passing to divide us. She would, in fact, trust us to forge new alliances to the benefit of all, no matter how strange they might seem.
I'll think on it, Lady Montilyet. The Inquisition might stay in the meanwhile.
Do the Durelians actually have a claim on this place?
His Grace's position is not so strong as he presents it. Despite their Ferelden relations, the Durelions are Orlesian. If the Marquis wishes to claim Haven, Empress Selene must negotiate with the Ferelden on his behalf. Her current concern
There's Josh Brolin.
is larger than minor property disputes.
I apologize for the intrusion. I didn't realize you were meeting with the Marquis.
You did little harm. In truth, the debate was most beneficial as practice for those to come.
You expect more people in Haven?
Undoubtedly. And each visitor will spread the story of the Inquisition after they depart. An ambassador should ensure the tale is as complimentary as possible.
May I ask what brought you to work for the Inquisition?
Sister Leliana approached me. We've been acquainted for quite some time. For better or worse, being the Inquisition's diplomat has become as interesting as she promised.
What sort of dealings have you had with nobility?
For some years, I was the royally appointed court ambassador from Antiva to Orlais. The nobility of Thedas is a rather singular sphere. Those I'm not acquainted with, I know through reputation.
The Inquisition is lucky to have you as an advocate, Lady Montilyet.
Thank you. Let us hope so. Thedas' politics have become agitated as of late. I hope to guide us down smoother paths. But please excuse me. I've much work to do before the day is done.
What do you have in your office? Oh, there you are.
You're the Herald. Or, well...
This is the one I was talking about. This is the one that you want to speak to when you find essences and all that other crazy shit. You give it to her.
The circle. My name is Maeve.
And she'll be able to give you upgrades and everything against these enemies.
What I find to help the soldiers fight them.
You said you were a mage?
No, just an apprentice. I was never very good at magic, but just enough talent to be a danger to other people. But when the mages rebelled, people like me had nowhere to go. The Templars would have killed us. Luckily, Seeker Pentagast took me in, along with the Tranquil I was protecting.
I'm surprised that even an apprentice mage wouldn't join the rebellion.
I don't like using magic to fight. I'm not good at it either. I liked studying. I liked performing rituals that helped us unlock the secrets of the Veil. I liked having the Templars around to keep us safe.
Most Circle mages I've met have a different opinion of the Templars.
Yeah, really. What's with all these mages that want to live with Templars?
I was born into a Dalish clan. I lived there until my magic manifested. The Dalish cannot risk having too many mages in one clan. And I was one more than they could bear. They gave me a pack and sent me into the woods to find my own life. I was 7 years old.
I'm so sorry.
I stumbled into a village, starving and cold, a few weeks later. I started using magic to scare predators away. The villagers saw me make fire in my fist. They were terrified and wanted to kill me. Templars saved me from them. They gave me food and clothes and took me to the Circle. I've seen what life is like without the Templars, and I want no part of it. I just want to study.
You said that you were keeping some of the Tranquils safe?
It's just funny. I just love how BioWare changes
Some
things.
of them were my circle.
In the first game, it was like Templars, mages, yeah, we're all cool. In the second one, it was like Templars were killing mages. It was terrible. And this one's like the mages don't want to live without the Templar.
They can barely take care of themselves. Can't defend themselves at all. It's a shame. I like them better than most people.
I'm glad they have someone who cares about them.
They deserve better. They're polite, they're rational, and they'll never get angry at you. When they
Like even being tranquil is, you know, in the first one it was, that's interesting. In the second one it was, oh god, that's dreadful. In this one it's like, yeah, they're cool people.
treated them just because they could. The Tranquil never fought back. If not for that, I don't know. Doesn't really matter now.
You said Cassandra has you researching creatures.
Yes. If you find anything interesting in your travels, I'd appreciate you bringing it to me. I may be able to find some weakness our soldiers can exploit when fighting various creatures. At the least, some materials are useful for making potions or gear for the Inquisition.
Why did you...
Yes, I'm very inquisitive, hence the name Inquisition.
The idea of the outdoors, anyway. When some monster is coming at you, glowing eyes and burning claws, it's terrifying. But once you know how it works, you can deal with it. It's just another part of the world. So much of this world is only frightening because we don't understand it.
I found something the demons left behind. Can you use it?
Yes, that's very helpful. Just leave it there and the Tranquil and I will examine it.
The Tranquil, yes. Okay, so you get experience points. We have 4 bowstrings removed. And what else can we...
Find anything, please bring it in.
So there we go. We have damage bonus against humanoids, wolf fangs, shadow essence, and that's it. So when you find stuff, you bring it there, and she'll take care of it. You'll get upgrades.
Good day to you.
How do you and...
Now time to prod and poke at
Through similar circles.
Josephine, who I'm going to try to romance in this game if I can.
Eliana was quite an accomplished player of the game by then.
What exactly do you mean when you say, the game?
Forgive me. The game refers to the slow duels of influence among the noble and powerful of Orlais. It's a rather light-hearted name for the matter, but Orlesians are fond of playful touches.
What business are the Monteliers in, exactly?
We began as merchants. My ancestors founded the first trade routes to Rivain. We once sent entire fleets across the Waking Sea.
But not anymore?
No. These days, our vessels are a touch more modest.
I'd swear our families have met before.
Perhaps. Everyone of distinction in the Free Marches attends Lady Trevelyan's summer balls.
Great Aunt Lucille.
My balls are always bouncing.
Don't recall.
To the left and to the right.
Attend one ball and you'll fend off invites for a dozen more.
That reminds me. The Herald of Andraste has received several invitations from the curious.
To party?
Aha, curious. Walkthrough. See how it works?
Only 17 this month, I'm afraid.
What did you do before coming here?
I had the great honor of serving Antiva's crown.
The Antivan crew.
To Orlais. I'm also first in line to become the head of House Montelier, though my siblings attend to our mercantile affairs.
How strong are your past loyalties?
I would never have given up my position if I did not intend to fully commit to the Inquisition. We cannot fall back on borders. Antiva is as threatened as any country by the rebellions. If anything, the alliances I forged there may help our current cause.
Do you think the Inquisition will continue after we seal the breach?
If we prove ourselves by healing the breach, people may turn to us for other things. Protection, counsel, justice. The Inquisition offered these once to those in need.
Tell me, do you believe I was saved by Andraste at the Temple of Sacred Ashes?
I should much like to believe so, Your Worship. The miracles Andraste performed were so long ago, they're difficult to picture. If it were truly her and the Fate who saved you... Well, in any case, many already believe you walk in the Maker's light.
Until later.
Another time.
Okay, now we're finally gonna go this way and see what's happening. Oh, look at that! It's a bedroom. Don't worry about it. But there's a book there that I want to read. There is nothing to loot. Okay, now we're finally gonna go in the war room and take care of some business. Alright, so we got 24 power. We only needed 4. We're gonna go into the center of Orlais. Val Royeaux. And we're going to meet with the Divine. Or... Yeah, it's funny because now Cassandra is part of this war room. And in the last game, I think towards the end she wasn't. Okay, so this is what you get with the perks. Forces, secrets, connections, Inquisition. Now, if you look at these...
They're ours.
Underworld knowledge. You see everything has... Opens up new dialogue options related to criminal activities and grants 50% more experience each codex entry unlocked. 5% increase in experience from killing foes. See, so like you can get these upgrades to do for that. In secrets here, you can relate to the Fate, Arcane Studies. You can get more, you know, it gives you a bunch of different, as it says, perks. So, what I'm going to do, these are connections... Codex entries and everything. What I'm going to do is I'm going to immediately go with... And then there's Inquisition, and you can get Codex entries found. A lot of them are pretty... Now this right here gives you 15... An inventory increase of 15. So we can take care of that. But what I'm going to do is I always like to go with experience points. And... What do I usually... I'm going to go with this. For now. Okay, so now we're at the war room. What we're going to do is we go to Orlais. You have all these little things here. You see this? And what you can do is you can send people out to find these things. To investigate these things. And this will also unlock... So you see build watchtowers right here. We're gonna put Cullen on this one. So now when that's finished, we'll actually finish that little side quest. So now we can go here, the Bog Unicorn, you know, this kind of stuff. We can send Leliana out. And we get reports right away. So we already got something for that. Rescue soldiers missing in Ferelden. Again. Oh wait, we're not touching that one yet. Storm Coast. These are all areas that we have to unlock. But this, we're going to send Leliana on that one. And that timer tells you exactly how long it's going to take. And let's send one to Orlais. It's going to tell you how long it's going to take to get your report.
At your service.
Look at that. Another one quick. So we're going to do that shards thing. I think we're going to do it. Alright, that's going to have to unlock. Let's forget that for now. Let's just try to get some rewards. Because these things that you send them out to, you get rewards from them. And I'm going to send Josephine on that one. We got 9 minutes. Okay. So now we're going to go here to Orlais. We're going to go to this little thing. It says, Address the Chantry in Val Royeaux. For spirit power, we have 26, so we're good.
Having the Herald address the clerics is not a terrible idea.
You can't be serious.
Mother Giselle isn't wrong. At the moment, the Chantry's only strength is that they are united in opinion.
And we should ignore the danger to the Herald.
Let's ask him.
What can they do? It's just talk.
Don't underestimate the power of their words. An angry mob will do you in just as quickly as a blade.
I will go with him. Mother Giselle said she could provide us names. Use them.
But why? This is nothing but a...
What choice do we have, Liliana? Right now, we can't approach anyone for help with the breach. Use what influence we have to call the clerics together. Once they are ready, we will see this through.
Okay. Yep. Confirm that. We're going to Val Royeaux. Because the other ones, although that one on the coast or whatever is only the shards, only 4 power, you kind of want to watch. It'll tell you what levels you want to be on before you tackle those. We're well into it. We're in level 6, so we don't have to worry about that. But you want to make sure that you're within that level range, because if you're totally out of the level, like if it's below you or too high, you can either not gain any experience at all, or you can get completely destroyed. So you want to kind of stay within your experience point range, your level of range. Now, Val Royeaux also has a few side quests that we can take care of, and I'm going to take care of them as best I can, as quickly as I can. But the first thing that's important is addressing the Divine, or the Grand Cleric. So eventually, when this is done loading, there we will continue. As you can tell, we didn't have to pick our party members since we only have 3 other party members.
He still mourns.
Just a guest seeker, but I think they all know who we are.
Your skills of observation never fail to impress me, Varric.
My Lord Herald.
You're one of Leliana's people. What have you found?
There's Lombard.
Chantry mothers await you, but so do a great many Templars.
There are Templars here?
People seem to think the Templars will protect them from the Inquisition. They're gathering on the other side of the market. I think that's where the Templars intend to meet you.
Only one thing to do, then.
What kind of armor did I put her in? I mean, it's good that you don't have to go through boots and gloves and gauntlets and shit, but sometimes these armors are...
Us?
We knew there would be some kind of reaction.
But I didn't expect the Templars to make an appearance.
The people may just be assuming what the Templars will do. I've heard of no concrete plans.
You think the Order's return to the fold, maybe? To deal with us upstarts?
I seek Lord Lucius. I can't imagine him coming to him chance to the defense. Not all the stuff that's occurred.
So the potential for trouble has increased 2-fold.
Perhaps. Return to Haven. Someone will need to inform them if we are delayed.
As you say, my lady.
Okay. And this, of course, all codex, and as you can see, the experience points are a little bit more ample than originally. Or maybe that... Wait, did I do the codex? No, I think I... Yeah, no, I did the... I did the battle experience. Now, in here are stores, but they're not going to be selling us anything, so there's no point in going in here. But just to assure you,
not open today. Not until
see, nothing. All right.
Stand wary, guardsmen. The Templars will stand for us and help Val Royeaux return to morning.
We're causing quite the commotion, and here we go. That doesn't look too bad.
People of Val Royeaux, hear me. Together, we mourn our divine. A naive and beautiful heart, silenced by treachery. You wonder what will become of a murderer. Well, wonder no more. Behold, the so-called Herald of Andraste, claiming to rise where our beloved fell. We say this is a false prophet. No servant of anything beyond his selfish greed.
We came here in peace, simply to talk. And this is what you do? I implore you, let us sit down together to deal with the real threat.
It's true. The Inquisition seeks only to end this madness before it is too late.
Yeah, woman, so shut your face.
It is already too late. The Templars have returned to the Chantry. They will face this Inquisition, and the people will be safe once more.
Punching a woman, huh?
Still yourself. She is beneath us.
Was that display supposed to impress me?
On the contrary, it wasn't for you at all.
Lord Seeker Lucius, it's imperative that we speak with...
You will not address me.
Lord Seeker?
Creating a heretical movement. Raising up a puppet as Andraste's prophet. You should be ashamed. You should all be ashamed. The Templars failed no one when they left the Chantry to purge the mages. You are the ones who have failed. You who'd leash...
The politics of failure have failed. We need to make them work again.
If you came to appeal to the Chantry, you are too late. The only destiny here that demands respect is mine.
What we truly need is an alliance that will seal the breach.
Oh, the breach is indeed a threat. But you certainly have no power to do anything about it.
You didn't see me close that thing with my hand?
What if he really was sent by the Maker? What if...
You are called to a higher purpose. Do not question.
See, this is why I don't get with Templars, man.
Order a power that stands alone against the void. We deserve recognition. Independence. You have shown me nothing. And the Inquisition, less than nothing. Templars, Val Royeaux is unworthy of our protection. We march. Charming fellow, isn't he?
Has Lord Seeker Lucius gone mad?
Do you know him very well?
He took over the Seekers of Truth 2 years ago, after Lord Seeker Lambert's death. He was always a decent man, never given to ambition and grandstanding. This is very bizarre.
Fortunately, the Templars aren't our only hope.
I wouldn't write them off so quickly. There must be those in the Order who see what he's become. Either way, we should first return to Haven and inform the others.
Oh yeah, we'll do that. And once I'm done here.
This victory must please you greatly, Seeker Cassandra.
We came here seeking only to speak with the mothers. This is not our doing, but yours.
And you had no part in forcing our hand? Do not delude yourself.
Let's delude yourself, dummy.
We have been shown up by our own Templars, in front of everyone. And my fellow clerics have scattered to the wind along with their convictions. Just...
Oh, look at that. We got a notation that Josephine is ready to give me my rewards.
Chosen.
I do believe it. Do you have a better explanation?
Several, but are they the truth? I am left to question all I have been taught. I suppose it is out of our hands now. We shall all see what the Maker plans in the days to come.
You're obviously skeptical. What do you believe I am?
Our divine. Her holiness is dead. I have seen evidence for everything, except what would comfort me.
That doesn't answer my question.
For you to be true, a great many things must be false. And if you are false, a great many things must have failed. There is chaos ahead, whatever your intentions.
So what happens now? Will the Chantry continue to...
They don't call me the Inquisitor for nothing.
We have already done so. And what good has it done us? Now it falls on us to select a new divine, if we can. And leave the next step to her.
Provided such a selection is even possible.
I truly don't know. Any revered mother who could have followed Justinia died at the Conclave. What becomes of us, and your Inquisition, is in the Maker's hands now.
Where is the Lord Seeker taking the Templars?
I can't begin to guess the Lord Seeker's mind. He could not have abandoned his intended role more completely.
There must be sense to what we can't see.
Must there?
The only sense in what Templars do is be a pain in my ass.
Doesn't it, Seeker? He's crafting the Templars.
But if I don't side with the Templars, I lose pretty much my whole party, so...
Declaring a rival to the Chantry itself.
What were you hoping the Lord Seeker would do exactly?
Put aside his war against the mages and find common purpose against something much more dire. Obviously, he has other plans. With the knights vigilant slain at the Conclave, there is nothing more we can do.
Perhaps there is something we can do.
I'd like to believe that, Seeker. I truly would. I suppose we can expect renewed effort against the mages from him, and yet more chaos.
How many Templars turned on the Chantry exactly?
They rebelled across Thedas. Some remained loyal, but not enough to call them the Order. The White Spire here in the capital was the largest garrison, but now it stands empty. Perhaps more shall flock to the Lord Seeker's banner now. How far has faith waned, I wonder?
How are people responding to all of this?
Despair. Fear. We mourn her holiness. The people look to the sky and wonder how long before terror comes for us all. There must be a way through this. Is it you? The Templars? The Maker?
And Leliana's got something for me, too.
We servants of the faith. Now we can only pray.
There's got to be a way to calm everything down and clean up this mess.
I hope against hope that may be the case.
Okay, now.
Open? Yes, as open as I can be. If you've a need for the well-cut or the sparkling, perhaps I can...
Where is...
At the very least...
Store?
That an arrow with a message?
Everything is normal. Yes.
Oh, there it is. I don't need you. That's gonna be nice. I need you. Oh yeah, I want to see what that's about. Now some of these people have... Nope, you don't. Some of these people have good shit. Alright, so we've got something from a friend of Red Jenny. Now, Red Jenny, for those of you that know, there was a side quest in Dragon Age Origins called it was something called for the Red Jenny or whatever. It was a bunch of treasures, and you picked the least valuable of all the treasures in each treasure box, and it gave you a special item.
Herald of Andraste, are you not? I have an invitation for you.
All right. First Enchanter Vivienne wants to meet us. That is one of our party members. We are going to meet with her once I figure out this whole Red Jenny thing. So, but we will meet with Vivienne, and we will pick her up as a party member.
Frustrating mess. Templars and Chantry and especially the mages. Just everything. I apologize if you were refused service, but we are now open for business. Especially if you put...
Thank you, sir. What do you have to? A lot of shit I can't wear. Nope, no books, no ingredients, no nothing. You got nothing. So, Friends of the Red Jenny. So, yeah, so you would get a treasure out of it. It was like a dagger and some gold and shit.
There must be something here.
It wasn't bad, but you had to figure out, and if you didn't do it right... Hey, I got a song. If you didn't do it right, then basically what would happen is you'd get like injured. There would be these little boxes that had what you were looking for, and if you didn't get them in the correct, like if you didn't pick the correct thing, then you basically were just going to get injured. Oh, I totally cut that guy off. So you'd have to cure yourself of an injury, and here's another store. Hello, merchant.
Inquisition, eh? I'll sell. But if the Chantry censures you, I'm not...
Yes, yes, yes.
Thanks, but I have...
What do you have to... Ooh, you have... Nice. Oh, that would be awesome. Darkspawn Alpha Shield. I have the gold for it. There's no reason why I shouldn't get it. Do you have... I'm such a hoarder when it comes to money. Like, why the hell wouldn't I spend money? Now, I can't go that way. I can only go this way. This is the part that gets me. I can't go up there. But I have to.
Thank you.
A pleasure. When there was no sky maker. Sky. When there was no earth, you were the earth.
But I think there is another way. And then once we're done with this... Ooh. The Tree of Death. No, I don't think I can go... Can I go this way? Yeah, I can go this way. There you are. Alright. Now we gotta search the upper market. The only question is, how the hell do I get to the upper market? Because that is closed off right now, and I can't go this way.
Excuse me, but is what they're saying real? The Inquisition's going to fix the hole in the sky?
You bet.
That's what we're attempting, yes.
No one is doing anything. The Chantry's useless, and the Templars... Andraste. I never thought they'd abandon us. Listen, your camp will need food. I have contacts. We'll have deliveries there in days.
You want to help the Inquisition.
Never been part of something this big before, but if your Inquisition's going to seal the sky, I want to help.
What do you think, Cassandra?
I think the woman is asking you and not
Well, yeah, you got me there.
the Herald of Andraste. Yes, I understand. Haven is a mess, but we won't turn away anyone willing to help. Invite her, if it pleases you.
Head to Haven, then. We need good...
And we got another agent.
I don't know if I'm that, but it will be nice to see. Thank you.
Which means we got power.
Ever since our divine was murdered, toothless old fools are lost without her.
Okay, I have to get... And we got a perk now, too. I have to get up to... Let me see. I have to get up here. Oh, if it's that easy, then I'll just do that. Now, where exactly... Aha! Nice. Now, how did I get up here? Like, without the help of... And there we go. Okay, so we're going to meet the Red Jenny. Like, I'd love to know how to get up here without need of fast travel, unless fast travel is the only way I can get up here. So we unlocked another area, I perceive. Then that's the only way we can get up here. Alright, makes sense. Now then, let us go to... Where would Vivienne meet me? Let's go to the journal. Alright, the world map. So that means we have to go out here. Oh.
If I might have a moment of your time.
Hey, that's Brittany's robe.
Grand Enchanter Fiona?
Leader of the Mage Rebellion. Is it not dangerous for you to be here?
I heard of this gathering, and I wanted to see the fabled Herald of Andraste with my own eyes. If it's help with the breach you seek, perhaps my people are the wiser option.
I'm surprised the leader of the mages wasn't at the conclave.
Yes. You were supposed to be, and yet somehow you avoided death.
As did the Lord Seeker, you'll note. Both of us sent negotiators in our stead in case it was a trap. I won't pretend I'm not glad to live. I lost many dear friends that day. It disgusts me to think the Templars will get away with it. I'm hoping you won't let them.
So you think the Templars are responsible?
Why wouldn't she?
Lucius hardly seems broken up over his losses, if he's concerned about them at all. You heard him. You think he wouldn't happily kill the Divine to turn people against us? So yes, I think he did it. More than I think you did it, at any rate.
The mages weren't willing to talk to the Inquisition before. Why now?
Because now I've seen what you are. And I've seen the Chantry for what it is. Consider this an invitation to Redcliffe. Come, meet with the mages. An alliance could...
Well, this gives us an option now.
I hope to see you there. Au revoir, my Lord Herald.
Come. Let us return to Haven.
So now we have an option. We can try to meet with the mages.
Someone will need to inform them if we are...
Okay. Let's meet with Vivienne, and then we'll meet with the Red Jenny, and we'll see what that leads to. Now that's important to note. Rage demons do seem to be made of fire, so it only makes sense. And guess what? If we get another party member, that means we can waste more time talking to them. I know these last two videos have been a lot more talking than action, but trust me. You get this cleared out of the way, you get to know your party members, you get them to approve of your actions, and yada yada, and you can unlock more dialogue options, get closer relationships. Trust me, it's all part of what makes Dragon Age Inquisition great. So just have some patience. I know most of this is talking right now. We're going to get deeper into the actual game, or how it plays out. Now, Vivienne is kind of like the mage's answer to Isabella, in the sense that she flirts with everybody.
Ostwick, representing the Inquisition.
And since I look like a cross between myself, Sebastian Maniscalco,
to meet anyone new,
Josh Brolin, and Lumberg, I'm pretty sure she'll want my ass.
So you must be a guest of Madame de Fer. Or are you here for Duc Bastien?
Are you here on business? I have heard the most curious tales of you. I cannot...
Like, why is it our legions are always having balls? I've got big balls, and she's got big balls.
Opened. Andraste herself delivered you from the Fade.
I'm not familiar with that name. I was invited here by First Enchanter Vivienne.
Madame de Fer is a fond nickname the court has given Lady Vivienne.
I've heard she finds it amusing.
I've heard very little about Duc Bastien.
He hasn't been seen much at court lately.
His business with the Council of Heralds often takes him from home for long periods. It can't be good for a man of his years.
And of course, there's the Civil War. Bastien probably wishes to distance himself from the actions of his one-time son-in-law.
Tearing up the Dales in a foolish bid for power? It will end in disgrace for Gaspard. Everyone knows it.
Some of those storytellers may have gotten carried away.
But only for the best effect. The Inquisition is a ripe subject for wild tales.
The Inquisition. What a lot of pig shit. Washed up sisters and crazed seekers. No one can take them seriously.
Now, if only you would call me a turnip like the other Duke of Orlais did.
Political outcasts to grab power.
The Inquisition is working to restore peace and order to Thedas.
Here comes the outsider, restoring peace with an army. We know what your Inquisition truly is. If you were a man of honor, you'd step outside and answer the charges.
My dear Marquis, how unkind of you to use such language in my house to my guests. You know such rudeness is intolerable.
Madame Vivienne, I humbly beg your pardon.
You should. Whatever am I going to do with you, my dear? My lord, you're the wounded party in this unfortunate affair. What would you have me do with this foolish, foolish man?
I think the Marquis has seen the error of his ways.
By the grace of Andraste, you have your life, my dear. Do be more careful with it. I'm delighted you could attend this little gathering. I've so wanted to meet you.
Yep, that is Lady Vivienne, First Enchanter.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Vivienne, first enchanter of Montsimard and enchantress to the Imperial Court.
Is that Marquis going to pose a problem?
His aunt is the Vicomtesse of Mont de Glace. Not a powerful family, but well respected. And very devout. Alphonse will be disowned for this. It's not the first time he's brought his aunt disgrace, but I'm sure it'll be the last. And after such a public humiliation, I expect he'll run off to the Dales to join the Empress's war effort. Either to make a good end, or to win back a modicum of self-respect.
Charmed, Lady Vivienne.
Ah, but I didn't invite you to the chateau for pleasantries. With Divine Justinia dead, the Chantry's in shambles. Only the Inquisition might restore sanity and order to our frightened people. As the leader of the last loyal mages of Thedas, I feel it only right that I lend my assistance to your cause.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to flirt with her, but then once you start talking mages and Templars, she kind
To the people of
of the right
of course.
way. And I'm looking at her tits too, just in case you're wondering.
That magic exists to serve man. I support any effort to restore such order.
So you're in favor of returning the mages to the Circle, then?
Where else can mages safely learn to master their talents? We need an institution to protect and nurture magic. Maker knows, magic will find neither on its own.
You say you led the last of the loyal mages. Loyal to whom?
To the people of Thedas, of course. We have not forgotten the commandment, as some have, that magic exists to serve man. I support any effort to restore such order.
What's in this for you?
The same thing anyone gets by fighting this chaos. The chance to meet my enemy, to decide my fate. I won't wait quietly for destruction.
Are you devout? What's your opinion of the Chantry?
I was a great admirer of the late Divine Justinia V. The Chantry, at its best, unites the disparate cultures of Thedas and looks after its most vulnerable. Had she lived, Justinia could have accomplished so much.
You are aware that the Chantry hasn't...
Yeah, those bastards.
The Chantry is leaderless. They're in no position to officially sanction anything. Besides, my dear, if there is one virtue the Chant of Light teaches us, it is forgiveness. Once the Inquisition has sealed the breach, I am sure the new Divine will not care in the slightest about official permission.
What exactly can you do for the Inquisition?
I am well versed in the politics of the Orlesian Empire. I know every member of the Imperial Court personally. I have all the resources remaining to the Circle at my disposal. And I'm a mage of no small talent. Will that do?
The Inquisition will be happy to have you, Lady Vivienne.
Great things are beginning, my dear. I can promise you that.
Now, the last time I picked her, I made her into a fire mage. I think I'm going to go with the frost mage. I'm just going to master frost. And then she has, like, some kind of specialization later on. Alright, let's go meet the Friends of the Red Jenny. Even if it takes me back to Haven by default, I'm just going to go run out there and check that out. Val Royeaux is pretty small. It's pretty short, so I don't think there are many side quests. Like, you don't have to look for shards or anything. It's just that cathedral and those stores and whatever. All right, so let's go back on the road here because I want to meet the Friends of the Red Jenny. Man, how fucking big is this place? Well, now I learned I should have gone there first. Oh, actually, you know what? Looks like a nice piece of wood to hunt nugs. There's that large rift, but what's over here? Iron deposits? Nice. Well, this is that bridge. And I can't go any further. Ooh, maybe I can. Can I go further? Nope. Alright. Friend of Red Jenny. Yes. Let's go with the... Let's give her a chance to level up. Why are you talking about Skyhold? We're not there yet. Alright, so I'm going to be honest, I never actually got to this point in this side quest in the last playthrough, so this is as new to me as it is to you. I'm pretty interested. Is this a new party member? Can I actually recruit the Red Jenny? That'd be pretty awesome. Alright. I'm good. Varric's good. Cassandra's good. So I said I was going to make her a winter maid. So let's do that. Oh, nice. Let's see what I can give you. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, you want that shit. See, do I have a good staff for you? Let's look at our armor. Oh, that. That's really nice. Yeah, that would look stupid on you. What about that, Oh yeah, that's right. That one's better. That's why I have that one. Alright, so I can sell that. Okay. Oh, look at that. We're being attacked.
Inquisition's herald! Well, they know who I work for, at least.
Now you can hold that RB button and get them to perform their maneuvers. In which case you can then ring velvet. In which case you can then reverse them and repost them and shit. Well, anyway, I said I was going to give you some action, and here you go. Here's some action for you. No talk. No more talk. Bunch of mercenaries attacking us, and that's it. Nothing there.
Herald of Andraste, how much did you expend to discover me? It must have weakened the Inquisition immeasurably.
I don't know who you are.
You don't fool me. I'm too important for this to be an accident. My efforts will survive in victories against you elsewhere.
Just say.
Yep.
What is that?
Ugh. Squishy one, but you heard me, right? Just say what? Rich tits always try for more than they deserve.
Blah, blah, blah. Obey me. Arrow in my face. So, you followed the notes well enough. Glad to see you're kind of plain, really. All that talk, and then you're just a person. I mean, it's all good, isn't it? The important thing is you glow. You're the herald thingy.
They say I'm the Herald of Andraste. But who are you? And what's this about?
No idea. I don't know this idiot from Manners. My people just said the Inquisition should look at him.
Your people? Elves?
No. People. Name's Sarah. This is cover. Get round it. For the reinforcements. Don't worry. Someone tipped me their equipment shed. They've got no breaches.
All right, so that's how we got Sarah.
Take their weapons!
Damn, Viv, you're fucking sick. I like how Sarah's talking in circles, too. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, like I said, I didn't get Sarah in the last playthrough, and I was looking at all the pictures and stuff before the game came out, and I'm like, who is this chick? I didn't get that.
Through with that tip. No breaches. So, Herald of Andraste. You're a strange one. I'd like to join.
How about we get to know each other first? You know, names and such.
One name. No, wait, two. Well, it's like this. I sent you a note to look for hidden stuff by my friends. The Friends of Red Jenny. That's me. Well, I'm one. So is a fence in Montfort, some woman in Kirkwall. There were 3 in Starkhaven, brothers or something. It's just a name, yeah? It lets little people, friends, be part of something while they stick it to nobles they hate. So here, in your face, I'm Sarah. The Friends of Red Jenny are sort of out there. I used them to help you. Plus arrows.
The Inquisition has spies already. Can you add to these professionals?
Here's how it is. You important people are up here, shoving your cods around. Blah, blah, I'll crush you. Ooh, crush you. Then you've got cloaks and spy kings, like this tit. Or was he one of the little knives, all serious with his little knife? All those secrets, and what gave him up? Some houseboy who don't know shite, but knows a bad person when he sees one. So no, I'm not knifey shiv dark, all hidden. But if you don't listen down here too, you risk your breeches. Like those guards, I stole their... Look, do you need people or not? I want to get everything back to normal. Like you.
So who are
She's got, like, no fucking real pattern in her speech.
It's not hard to understand if you're not trying to waste your day.
She's talking in fucking crazy-ass circles.
Hate someone big. And unless you don't eat, sleep, or piss, you're never far from someone little. Doesn't always work out, but a lot of people hated this guy.
And she keeps calling people tits.
Even someone got paid. And someone has to have explained to them that free help is good.
Back there you wanted to know if I glow. Why?
That's what you do, innit? You walked out of somewhere, and now you glow. Andraste's herald. True or not, it seemed like the easiest way to know it was you.
True or not?
Well, that's what they say and all. Look, don't get ahead, yeah? I want to help this... whatever it is. Inquisition.
You sound like a thief who acts out petty revenge fantasies. And that might be bad.
Oh, right. You want to prop that guy up so I can say my sorries?
Oh, God.
Should happen to bad people. We find someone not so bad, maybe he'll end up not so dead. Good enough?
You say that like it's obvious, but you didn't know him.
I knew about him.
That's just rumor.
Look, I'd have been fine stripping his guards and nicking his stuff. Turns out he deserved worse. Or was him trying to kill you a good thing? Are you the baddie? Didn't think so.
All right, Sarah. I can use you and your friends.
Yes! Getting good before you're too big to like. That'll keep your breeches where they should.
Why does she keep saying breaches?
Breeches because I have all these... You have merchants who buy that piss, yeah? Got to be worth something. Anyway, Haven. See you there, Herald. This will be grand.
Oh, this chick is awesome. Okay, great. Oh, this is... Yeah, let's check her crazy ass out for a second. This is awesome. Alright. Alright, now we got 2 archers, so... But... But I think I can focus on... like this. Poison weapons. That kind of stuff, too. Now, I do get a lot of bows, so let's see if I can fit her with some bows. Oh, that's my shit. No. Oh, level 8 your ass. Oh wait, Vanguard man. That's actually not too bad on her. Too many breaches. I don't even know what the fuck that means. And she kept saying breaches and she kept calling people tits. It's just... I'm fucking psychotic. It's so great. I can't wait to talk to this chick, man. And I'm sure you can flirt with her and try to start a relationship with her. That would be like... What the hell would that... with that? Oh my god. I tell you one thing about BioWare, they know characters, man. They make characters that are simply absurd, in a great sense too. Because I always saw Sarah, like I was saying, I always saw pictures of her, and I'd be saying to myself, "Well, yeah, I mean, no, not the Hinterlands. Yeah, I wonder where she was, and I wonder what she's about, and all that." And then it turns out she's a fucking maniac. Haven. Yeah, that's what I thought of. Okay. Alright, so we're back in Haven. We're gonna... Ooh, look at that. I let time fly. We're gonna talk to some party members. There's really not much more I need to talk about with Cassandra. Solus, Varric, they're pretty much done too. Until I get an extremely high approval rate from all of them. In which case, then we can expand our conversations. I want to see if I can try to get with Josephine. I want to talk to Viv, and I want to talk to Sarah, because she is fucking incredible. So, and then we'll be done for today, and tomorrow we'll come back and do some more side quests and what have you. And, try to move forward. I'm going to, like I said, we're going to go back to the Hinterlands. I'm going to see what level I'm on at that point. Alright, let's see what Cassandra has to say.
Hello again.
Nope, nothing. Alright.
That's enough for now.
Another time, then.
Looks like Cassandra's spoken enough. Excuse me, boys.
You there. There's a shield in your hand. Block with it. If this man were your enemy, you'd be dead. Lieutenant, don't hold back. The recruits must prepare for a real fight, not a practice one.
Yes, Commander.
We've received a number of recruits. Locals from Haven and some pilgrims. None made quite the entrance you did.
I just hope I can help.
As do we all. It is enough that you would try. I was recruited to the Inquisition in Kirkwall myself. I was there during the Mage Uprising. I saw firsthand the devastation it caused.
Sir.
Cassandra sought a solution. When she offered me a position, I left the Templars to join her cause. Now it seems we face something far worse.
I must have this mark for a reason. It will work, I'm sure of it.
Provided we can secure aid, but I'm confident we can. The Chantry lost control of both Templars and Mages. Now they argue over a new divine while the breach remains. The Inquisition could act when the Chantry cannot. Our followers would be part of that. There's so much we can... Forgive me. I doubt you came here for a lecture.
See, I can flirt with Cullen, but I'm not going to. Now, what I should do, and what I will do, is I will make a female maid,
Despite what the cleric...
and I'll make her like a real enchantress. And I'm going to flirt with Cullen with that female mage. Because Cullen, if anyone remembers, back in Dragon Age Origins, Cullen was so against mages, and even in Dragon Age 2, was so against mages. And now it's like Cullen's character is a lot more easygoing when it comes to them.
I'd like to know more about the Templars.
Yep, he's got a lot to talk about as well.
Now, I'm afraid I can't offer more than you already know. Anything else, I will answer as best I can.
Why did you join the Order?
Cullen's not as wordy as Cassandra. He's a lot quicker to get through a conversation with.
Local Chantry to teach me. At first, they merely humored me. I must have shown promise, or at least a willingness to learn. The Knight Captain spoke to my parents on my behalf. They agreed to send me for training. I was 13 when I left home.
13. It's still so young.
I wasn't the youngest there. Some children are promised to the Order at infancy. Still, I didn't take on full responsibilities until I was 18. The Order sees you trained and educated first.
What about your family? Did you miss them?
Of course, but there were many my age who felt the same. We learned to look out for one another.
Do the Templars do anything besides hunt mages?
Templars protect against the dangers of magic. Before the Order left the Chantry, that meant serving in a circle. They were also tasked with tracking apostates or fighting demons inevitably summoned by the weak or malicious.
What do you think of mages? Are they all a threat?
I've seen the suffering magic can inflict. I've treated mages with distrust because of it, at times without cause. That was unworthy of me. I will try not to do so here. Not that I want mages moving through our base completely unchecked. We need safeguards in place to protect people, including mages, from possession at the least.
You've lived in this...
I'm sure they have, like, real big changes in dialogue if you're a mage yourself.
Typical. The last time I was in a circle was right before it fell apart. Nothing was typical.
Before that, then?
Certain rituals require a full guard. A mage's harrowing, for instance. I've attended a few. Most of the time, you merely maintain a presence, on patrol or in the circle, ready to respond if needed. Mages pretend to ignore that presence, but they're watching you just as closely.
Do Templars and mages never speak to each other?
Some do, but Templars are supposed to maintain a certain distance from their charges. If a mage is possessed or uses blood magic, you must act quickly, without hesitation. Your judgment cannot be clouded. Of course, ignoring one another does nothing to foster understanding.
What does Templar training involve?
There is weapon and combat training. Even without their abilities, Templars are among the best warriors in Thedas. Initiates must also memorize portions of the Chant of Light, study history, and improve their mental focus.
Did you enjoy your training?
I wanted to learn everything. If I was giving my life to this, I would be the best Templar I could.
You were a model student.
I wanted to be. I wasn't always successful.
Kind of like Alistair, who's king in this playthrough.
Of transfigurations wasn't the most exciting task. And I admit, my mind sometimes wandered.
Do Templars take vows? I swear to the Maker to watch all the mages. That sort of thing?
There's a vigil first. You're meant to be at peace during that time, but your life is about to change. When it's over, you give yourself to a life of service. That's when you're given a filter, your first draft of Lyrium and its power. As Templars, we are not to seek wealth or acknowledgement. Our lives belong to the Maker and the path we have chosen.
That's all I wanted to know. Thank you.
Should you require anything, I'll be here.
Actually, we're not done yet, Cull.
Did you need something?
I should get to know you better. We're working together, after all.
What would you like to know?
All right. Where are you from?
I grew up in Ferelden, near Honley. I was transferred to Kirkwall shortly after the Blight. This is the first I've returned in almost 10 years.
You haven't seen Ferelden in 10 years. Are you glad to be back?
Yeah, this is 10 years after Dragon Age 2.
I did not expect
this timeline.
Now, between the Divine's murder and...
Well, after Dragon Age 2 started, which was... like 7 years?
You were in Ferelden during the Blight. Did you fight Darkspawn?
No. I was stationed at Ferelden's Circle Tower. The Circle had troubles of its own. I remained there during the Blight.
What happened at the Circle Tower?
You who survived the Blight have fond memories of that time. I would prefer not to speak of it.
Yeah, it was pretty sick stuff.
While I was there, Canary occupied and then attacked the city. The Viscount's murder caused political unrest. Relations between mages and Templars fell apart. An apostate blew up the Chantry, and the Knight Commander went mad. Other than that, it was fine.
What happened between Kirkwall's mages and Templars?
You were at the Conclave. You must have heard people speak of it.
Yes, but you were there.
There was tension between mages and Templars long before I arrived. Eventually, it reached a breaking point. There was fighting in the streets. Abominations began killing both sides. It was a nightmare.
What happened then?
The Templars should have restored order, but Red Lyrium had driven Knight Commander Meredith mad. She threatened to kill Kirkwall's champion, turned on her own men. I'm not sure how far she would have gone. Too far.
That's true, she did.
I stood with the champion against her, in the end. I should have seen through Meredith sooner.
Varric's from Kirkwall. Did you two know each other?
I knew he was friends with the champion of Kirkwall, but little else. We've spoken more since I joined the Inquisition, largely at Varric's insistence. Apparently, I spend too much time with a serious expression on my face.
I'll let you return to your work.
I'm sure you have other matters to attend.
All right.
All men are the work of our Maker's hand.
Now,
My Creator, judge me whole. Find me well within your grace. What kind of
right, so that's Varric. Varric doesn't have anything else to say. So we're going to leave him alone. Solus is there. We spoke to Solus enough. So let's go.
Come to me, child.
Leliana.
There were so many questions surrounding Faria's death. Did he think we wouldn't notice? He's killed Faria, one of my best agents, and knows where the others are. You know what must be done. Make it clean. Painless if you can. We were friends once.
It will be done.
I'm sorry you had to see that. Trust me. Everything I do is to protect our interests. Now, if you're happy, I have more work to do.
See, I mean, that's Varric.
It's good you've returned. We heard of your encounter.
You heard?
My agents in the city sent word ahead, of course.
It's a shame the Templars have abandoned their senses, as well as the capital.
We had to do something, and now we have an opportunity.
Yes, and we have the opening we need to approach the Templars and the mages.
Do we? Lord Seeker Lucius is not the man I remember.
True, he has taken the orders somewhere, but to do what? My reports have been very odd.
We must look into it. I'm certain not everyone in the Order will support the Lord Seeker.
Or the Herald could simply go to meet the mages in Redcliffe instead.
Right.
The Mage Rebellion is more united. It could be 10 times worse.
I could at least find out what the mages want.
No doubt what they've always wanted. Support for their cause.
We shouldn't discount Redcliffe. The mages may be worth the risk.
They are powerful, Ambassador, but more desperate than you realize.
You think the invitation could be some kind of trap?
If some among the rebel mages were responsible for what happened at the Conclave.
The same could be said about the Templars.
True enough. Right now, I'm not certain we have enough influence to approach the Order safely.
Then the Inquisition needs agents in more places. That's something you can help with.
In the meantime, we should consider other options.
Well, we got a whole bunch of options.
There is one other matter. Several months ago, the Grey Wardens of Ferelden vanished. I sent word to those in Orlais, but they have also disappeared. Ordinarily, I wouldn't even consider the idea they're involved in all this, but the timing is curious.
That does sound odd, I agree.
The others have disregarded my suspicion, but I cannot ignore it. 2 days ago, my agents in the hinterlands heard news of a Grey Warden by the name of Blackwall. If you have the opportunity, please seek him out. Perhaps he can put my mind at ease.
And if he can't?
Then there may be more going on than we thought.
Alright, so we've got Grey Wardens, we've got mages, we just leveled up. So we've got a few little options. And we got power too.
Got a message for the Inquisition, but I'm having a hard time getting anyone to talk to me.
What's the message?
We've got word of some Tevinter mercenaries gathering out on the Storm Coast. My company commander, Iron Bull, offers the information.
Yep, and there we go. Iron Bull. We're going to recruit him next.
Do for the Inquisition. Meet us there and watch us work.
What can your Bull's Chargers offer the Inquisition?
We're loyal, we're tough, and we don't break contracts. Ask around Val Royeaux. We've got references.
What should I know about your commander?
Iron Bull. He's one of those Kunari, the big guys with the horns. He leads from the front. He pays well, and he's a lot smarter than the last bastard I worked for. Best of all, he's professional. We accept contracts with whoever makes the first real offer. You're the first time he's gone out of his way to pick a side.
Why did your commander...
And besides, we need another warrior anyway.
He wants to work for the Inquisition. He thinks you're doing good work.
I look forward to meeting this Iron Bull.
We're the best you'll find. Come to the Storm Coast and you can see us.
Storm Coast. So that's where we're going next. We'll do that when I get back. I just want to say, okay, so Vivian is here. This is where Josephine is. So where the hell is Sarah?
Yeah.
I don't think I just want to see if I can find... I wanted to see if I can find Sarah. Sarah!
Thank you for all that you are doing.
That's with Josephine.
Ah, Lord Trevelyan. May I have a moment?
Yes, Ambassador?
I'd like to discuss your parents.
A little sudden, but it's time someone made an honest man of me.
very amusing. This is serious. I'd like to dispatch a courier asking the bands of House Trevelyan to align themselves with us. What are your thoughts? Should we approach your family for their formal support of the Inquisition?
If that's what you want, I'll send a letter to my family. They'll respect the request if it comes from me.
Wonderful. That will save time. Val Royeaux has noted your lineage. It gives the Inquisition some legitimacy, although not so much as we'd hoped.
Why not?
You are from Ostwick. Orlesian nobles consider the free marches somewhat quaint.
Orlais has a proper empire. Free marchers never unite until Darkspawn knock at their door.
No one doubts their ferocity when it happens. Free marchers are renowned for their tenacity. Speaking of which, I should thank you for your patience with the simple quarters. The accommodations in Haven are surely rough for someone of your birth.
This can't be what you're accustomed to, Ambassador.
One adjusts. I stay busy. It helps take my mind from our surroundings. And the cold. And the wildlife. And the lack of civilization for miles around. Why anyone lived here before we found Andraste's ashes,
Really?
Don't worry about me. Haven's more than livable.
Really? If that is how you feel, I'm pleased to hear it. Until next time, my lord.
Alright, so I'm going to try to find Sarah next, and we're going to recruit some more party members, and I will be back tomorrow. See you then.